Now, firstly, Nick, I'll ask this one of you. Did it come as a surprise that Tonali was immediately called up to Italy, thrown in the deep end at France? And was it even more of a surprise that it worked absolutely beautifully?
Yeah, well, it did work absolutely beautifully. And that picture of him and Mbappe, when Mbappe is sliding on the floor and Sandro Tonali is just running past him, is living rent
I feel like
free
I'd seen that
in
before.
my head.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah. It did come as a surprise, because we're 3 games in. No, what are we? 3 games into the season?
Yeah.
Premier League season?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
he's only been back for 2.
Well, he's
and
only
obviously
played
he's only
the
played
league and the cup, hasn't he?
the League Cup and the League Cup game and 1 Premier League game. So I'm going to be honest, I was not expecting his name to be called up. But fair play. He's obviously proved himself that, I know he's been training and playing behind closed doors games. And obviously, I'm not going to lie, in the Newcastle's 2 games that he has played, you can't lie. He has absolutely been that little missing piece, isn't he? We've missed him.
Looked very good, yeah.
Yeah.
Massively.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
So, yeah.
massively.
What about you, Joe? Are you happy to see Tonali? Well, of course you're happy to see Tonali, but it's one of those. Were you surprised at exactly how good he's been since he's been back?
I don't know, yes and no, because I think a lot's been said about when Eddie's been talking about in particular about how hard he's been working, how settled he now is in comparison to when we first bought him. Obviously, he came here, he couldn't speak English, all of this sort of stuff, which is very unnerving, let's say, for someone. I mean, uplift us and stick us in a foreign country where we can't speak the language, let alone then have to do your job effectively. And I appreciate that job isn't about talking. I appreciate it's a physical thing. However, it's about kind of your confidence comes with being settled. He didn't have any of that. All right, his ban came very quickly, unfortunately, into his kind of start with us, so he almost didn't have time to kind of see any settle. Yeah. But it's almost like it's allowed him to have this almost full year, which is a nightmare for us and a nightmare for the team. But it's allowed him to have that full settle. As I say, Eddie said now, he completely feels part of the team. He's speaking, and I've heard him speak very fluent English, brilliantly, if I'm honest. Like, it's outstanding to me. Like, I'd love to be able to speak another language like that. But it's just, I think a lot of these factors kind of coincide with each other. And then he did come back, and to me, he's been fantastic for us. I was over the moon to see his name on the sheet for Italy. I expected him to get some minutes. I didn't know whether he would start or not, but he got the full 90. So I kind of want him to get the full 90 in the next game for us because he can do it. Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't 100%. Need to kind of pussyfoot around with him now. We don't need to be like, he's had 60 minutes. He hasn't played for 10 months. He can't do it. No, he's just played a full 90 for Italy. He can play a full 90 for us, and he's been so effective with it. Never mind that exquisite, like you say, assist was. I've watched it so many times. I was like, why wasn't that for us? It was so good because I don't really like Italy, so I'm like good at that. It was kind of for them, but I love Tonali. Yeah, and like Nick said, that image with Mbappe, because I can't stand that bloke. That's nice. So yeah, but yeah, to see that was fantastic for him. Yeah.